up, hands up, don't shoot, 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 hands up, don't shoot. Two lady dead, he put his hands up, police shot him in the head, and as he bled, it was some bullshit said. SMH, I just shook my head. Whatever happened to the billy clubs and using taser? My next door neighbor didn't even have a prayer. Now he ain't able to put the food on the table. This ain't a fable. Shit, real fuck cable. And from the cradle to the grave, we slaves. Get used to it. The upper hand got a loose to it. Who knew it? Officer friendly is the enemy. I grew through it, but we keep dying by their hands. I say no more. We gotta link up while we can. Got the whole stand. She got a peek, not the plan. They wanna kill us all. Hands up, don't shoot, and you still fall. I man's up, I shoot. Hands up, hands up, hands shoot, hands up, hands up, don't 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 shoot. Hey, but tell me what you seen when you look up in my eye. Yeah, them nights, yeah, they was tough. Some nights, no food, my stomach cry. With my hood on in my hands up, so sir, won't you spend my life? Yeah, the ignorance of color, it ain't cause you black or white. If I'm posted with my hoodie, it's gonna take my life. I'm just trying to feed my family, but they tell me it ain't right. When I'm gone, you'll never know. One day I might just take a flight, just to show them that I got it and make sure my family tight. It will never change, I'm just trying to keep my change up. Why these cops out in the streets and they just causing danger? Sipping tea out in my hoodie, I'ma put my hands up. They ain't here to save us, I swear that shit the same, bro. Time to take him fast and kill him, he ain't did a thing, bro. Why you do it, had to shoot him, you ain't know his name, bro. Hey, Trayvon, I wanna ask you what it's like with angels, and I'ma pull my cane up and I just keep my hands up. Hands up, 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 don't shoot, 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 hands up, yeah,
keep on grinding 24/7. When I die, will I go to heaven? That's my only question. I just keep on doing me. Ain't no feds patrolling me. When there's violence in the streets, it's because of the police. That's why I just keep on rolling and puffing trees. Hopefully we keep that shit that day when there's nothing but peace. Trayvon Martin, rest in peace. Got shot by fucking police just for walking down the street with the fucking hoodie. It's a fucking cold world. That's why I carry my heat. And I'm rolling with Dream Team, and we all chasing dreams. I remember in the hood serving dope fiends. I couldn't do it alone, so I made my own team. And I'm trying to get the guap, I'ma stake it to the top. Devilish government made a finger to a cop, and my niggas don't give a fuck, and we keep on rolling up. If you see the 5-0, better put your hands up.
Hands up, don't shoot, hands up, hands up, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Welcome back to the show. Man Talk Monday. Coming up at 1 p.m. today, Eastern Time. The #1 Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey. So Vern decided to get his own show because every time he calls mine, he gets his ass shot. Right. So Vern said if you can't beat him, just join him. And so today on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is always very entertaining. Vern is kind of like your uncle, your crazy-ass uncle that come to, Thanksgiving dinner or whatever, always talking cash shit. So today, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Uncle Vern on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, the Vern from Jersey Show. Stay tuned for that. Then following him at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the Jeff Fox Show. My man Jeff Fox, one half of the Sports Brothers, hailing out of Miami, Florida, the Bottom, live right here on SME. And then at 6 p.m., the Underground Railroad Show with That Ninja, a.k.a. T from Huntsville, all live, all today on SME. Yes, sir. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Clay Jerry Curl Kilt Davis says, let's talk about the so-called crackhead fire starter in Atlanta. Yeah, big topic of conversation around here. And even if you don't live in Atlanta, I'm sure you've seen the story nationally where this fire was set underneath one of the major bridges here in ATL, and the whole damn bridge collapsed. And they arrested 2 crackheads, man, for setting the fire and bringing this bridge down by themselves. The story goes, the bridge collapsed in Atlanta from a raging fire illustrates the damage intense heat inflicts on concrete and steel and the massive disruption that results when the vital transportation link is broken, experts said Friday. Investigators are still searching for the cause of the fire that erupted Thursday in a storage area beneath the Interstate 85 bridge over Piedmont Road. What do you mean? What do you mean they're still searching for the cause? They know the cause. I thought it was these materials that were held in this storage area. Let me keep reading. Construction equipment such as plastic conduit for fiber optic networks was stored in the area, according to Russell McMurray, Georgia Transportation Commissioner. The collapse severed the northbound highway that typically carries about 250,000 vehicles a day, but the southbound lanes will also be closed for months to replace a 350-foot stretch of the bridge, McMurray said. Intense fire can damage both the concrete that serves as the road deck and the support piers for the bridge, as well as the steel that reinforces the concrete. Even if a bridge doesn't collapse in a fire, the damage can leave concrete crumbled and the steel warped and weak. Concrete starts to crack at 500 degrees, suffers large cracks at 1,000 degrees, and melts at 2,500 degrees. Damn, I never knew crackheads could inflict so much damage. Right. Kaza says, why were there explosives under a bridge? Like, the whole thing doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense that they would store explosive materials under a bridge, first of all. And then second of all, it doesn't make any sense. Like, crackheads, every crackhead I've known doesn't try to start and burn down bridges. So, oh, man, social media and the interweb and everybody in Atlanta and all my friends, man, screaming conspiracy. I'll tell you one thing that I thought about, though, and maybe you thought about it, too, when hearing about this story. Like this kind of, there's this conspiracy theory about 9/11 and the World Trade Centers and, how the buildings, how could a fire collapse an entire building? So this heat intensity, we're kind of getting a lesson on that now. And so I guess, fire actually can melt steel to the degree where it can bring down a building. Now, I don't know about, and I don't want to get into it. First of all, let me say that. I don't want to get into, the realness or the authenticity of what happened with 9/11, but people had always been screaming the buildings collapsed from the bottom. How did that happen? The planes hit at the top. So I guess this is tied to that same type of conversation. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Man, heat. When you have so much heat, it can actually melt steel. Like, who would have thought? Thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
This is Big Apple Bastard.
Big Apple Bastard. What's going on, brother? Good morning to you, sir.
I got a question for you, Doug. A lot of that bridge going out. Are you going to start up a GoFundMe account for us truck drivers, we got to find an alternate route around Atlanta?
Ooh, bruh, let me just say this. Well, let me answer your question first of all. Hell no, I ain't starting no GoFundMe for y'all.
Oh,
but
you don't got no love for truck drivers, though?
Oh, I got mad love for truck drivers, but if I start a GoFundMe account, it's gonna be for me first.
Hey, check this out, man. I had to check from Charlotte yesterday, and I couldn't just go straight 85 because there's a big old sign in Charlotte telling everybody to take 77 South and go through Augusta to get to Atlanta.
Yeah, man, let me tell you something, man. This thing is going to be a major headache for a long, long time, man. And, yeah, that's a major part of the highway, and millions of trucks come through Atlanta daily. That's going to be tough when you come through ATL for a while, Big Apple.
Yeah, man, but hey, I went through Augusta, got on 20, and I ain't had no problems, you know. So,
what is it?
From Charlotte?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're going from Charlotte, take 77 South,
20
West, and then you're gonna catch 285. And if you're going west, it'll take you right around, man. You had no problem, man. I breezed through it yesterday. It was on a Sunday, you know.
Right.
Oh, y'all Atlanta fans. Atlanta folks at church.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So your normal route though, you're saying is from Charlotte. You normally come 85 South to get into Atlanta.
Yeah, I usually say 85 South to 285 to 85 going down through Montgomery, and I go down to Mobile and then hit Baton Rouge and then get on Texas that way.
Hey, do you have a CB radio? Do y'all still use CB radios amongst yourself? It was kind of like a big thing when we were growing up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it on right now. Nobody talking though.
So
breaking 19 radio check.
I like it. So a big topic of conversation amongst truckers over the last couple of days is what you going to do when you have to come to Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, man. I didn't know about the sign because my wife told me about that sign. They got a sign up telling to go 77 South. I really didn't think about it because I didn't know exactly where the bridge went out in Atlanta, but it said up there by Buford, Buford Highway.
Right.
I think that's right. I think it's right before you get to Atlanta. So yeah, I ain't had no problems yesterday.
Yeah.
I got two other things, Doug. I want to talk about the game chicks, and I want to talk about my big time Carolina Tar Heels.
Go ahead.
Dawn Staley, a big time coach. You know what I'm saying? She's a big time coach. Now she ain't no brick house. She ain't no brick house like that former Purdue coach, Carolyn Peck now.
Right.
But, you know, hey, she can get the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she can get the business. And you know something, Doug? If they're going to ever hire a NBA, ever hire a female coach, I think Dawn Staley leading the pack.
Wow. You know, that's a good point, man. There's been a lot of talk about that lately. And you're right. I mean, she's got Olympic gold medals. She made it to the Final Four as a player. She fantastic player, fantastic coach. Hard-nosed from Philly, tough-minded, so she wouldn't take a lot from dudes. I don't know how soon that's going to happen, but I think that's going to happen based on how the wind's blowing right now. That's a good point.
Yes, sir. So she can lead women, but she can lead men also, man. I like her. You know what I'm saying? And one last thing, Doug. You mentioned the big trees at Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at Parnowski and Collins. You know, they got some skill. You know what I'm saying? Meeks, Hicks, they're going to lean on those boys.
Right.
They're going to lean on those boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we got Mays and Bradley off the bench. I mean, hey, and then plus with Pinson, I think Pinson, Roy going to put Pinson on Williams. Hey, I see Carolina win. It's going to be close. It's going to be close, but I see Carolina winning 94-90, man.
94-0.
I like the show, though.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Hey, appreciate the call, Big Apple Bastard. Wow. We didn't put hot lead in his ass. That is a rarity. And so, you know what? I like to start the Monday off without having to put hot lead in somebody's ass. It's going to be a great week. So, yeah, Big Apple Bastard, if you're new to the show and to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, usually that guy that just called, we have to shoot him off air because he gets belligerent and ignorant a lot of times. So we have this radio gun, if you're new to the show, and we put hot lead and call his ass. asses, if they call up here with some foolishness. But good call on a Monday, Big Apple Basket. Going to be very interesting tonight.